Hello everyone, welcome back to Believer Science Academy Bengaluru. This is the daily news analysis. Today we will discuss important articles from UPSC prelims, mains as well as interview perspective. So the first article for today is from the Hindu front page, which talks about India-Canada relations. Back on track. So what is the context? After a year of strained relations or strained ties over Canada's 2023 allegations involving Khalistani activist killing, India and Canada are moving to restore normal relations. The meeting between S. Jaishankar and Anita Anand marks a diplomatic reset. We'll discuss what are the key developments. High level engagement that India has invited Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney to the AI summit, which will be held in February 2026 in India. A senior Canadian PMO official's presence indicated the visit is under serious consideration. Next, rebuilding economic and energy cooperation. There was an agreement to restart trade and investment talks between the countries and re-establishing energy dialogue on renewable energies and critical minerals, and also relaunching Science and Technology Committee, which was on stall since that particular skirmish between India and Canada over the Khalistani terrorist, and begin talks on SMR, that is small modular reactors, nuclear technologies. And also there was a discussion on AI and technology as well. That is, Canada encouraged to send AI firms and researchers to India's AI Summit 2026, showing interest in tech collaboration. And on trade talks, that is, both sides may start afresh on the comprehensive economic partnership agreement instead of receiving or reviving the old draft. Next is security and trust building, aim to separate security disputes from cooperation areas. Recent meeting between Canadian NSA Catherine Deon and India's NSA Ajit Doval kept a dialogue open as well. So it is a good move forward from both the countries. They have understood the significance of both countries for each other. So they are moving towards rebuilding or rebringing their terms together. Next, this analysis. So significance is, that is the diplomatic significance, indicates reset in the ties in post 2023, which is focusing on pragmatic cooperation or political friction, and also the economic implications are very huge because trade and energy revival benefits both the sides. India gains access to critical minerals, Canada gets a growing market for its resources and tech. And in strategic implications, small modular reactor cooperation supports India's clean energy goals, which will also help in achieving Panchamitra or NDCs. Next, challenges are there is still some trust deficit over Khalistani issues remains. Domestic policies in Canada could affect the progress. Despite this, it is a good move for both the countries. That is the article. And the second article is about Vital Statistics of India Report 2026. What is this? The Registrar General of India. The Registrar General of India, remember this name. The Registrar General of India has released Civil Registration System Report. That is CSR Report 2023, highlighting trends in births, death and sex ratio at birth across India. A very important data. You can note down this data, which will be going to be used for upcoming year. So key data highlights is births. So in 2023, 2.52 crore births were registered in 2023. There was a decline of 2.32 lakhs from the 2022. Birth registration completeness, around 98.4% of the births have been registered, and the institutional births are around 74.7%, which is a very high increase. And Sikkim data is not included here, a very important thing to consider. And the deaths are 86.6 lakh deaths registered in 2023. There is a slight rise from 86.5 lakh in 2022. No major spike in the deaths post COVID-19. Pandemic deaths reported at 5.33 lakhs as of May 2023. So that is the amount of people or the number of people who lost their lives because of COVID-19. And 2022 saw a sharp increase in deaths because obviously COVID-19. There was 102.2 lakh deaths compared to 82.1 lakh deaths in 2020 due to the COVID impact. But now it has regained normalcy. It is again back to that 80 to 85 range. Next, sex ratio at birth. What is sex ratio at birth? That is number of females per 1,000 males. So the lowest is recorded in Jharkhand, Bihar, Telangana, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Haryana, Mizoram, and the highest is recorded in Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Goa, Ladakh, Tripura, and Kerala. And Bihar has consistently reported lowest since 2020, and Jharkhand and Bihar, the neighboring states which were once together a single state under Bihar, are performing very worst under this particular database. State-wise birth registration performance, so about 90%, that is within 21 days of birth, 91%, 90% of them have been registered. So best performing states here is Gujarat, Puducherry, Chandigarh, Dadra Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu, Tamil Nadu, Lakshadweep, Andaman Nicobar Islands, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Goa, Punjab. 80 to 90% between in Odisha, Mizoram, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh and Andhra Pradesh. 50 to 80% Assam, Delhi, Madhya Pradesh, Tripura, Telangana, Kerala, Karnataka, Bihar, etc. So this is the particular data. Okay, very important. Note on the data which I explained you, which can be used in your answers about demographics, about urbanization, about anything related to population. Okay. Next, the third article is from the editorial, which deals with Arctic seals and birds added to IUCN Red List of Endangered Species. Okay, the context we will discuss. The International Union for Conservation of Nature, that is the largest environmental organization in the world, that is IUCN, has released updated red list of threatened species at the World Conservation Congress in Abu Dhabi, highlighting growing threats to Arctic seals and global bird populations due to climate change and human activity. What is this red list? The red list is a list of species, both animals, birds, and trees, etc., which are categorized into different categories, such as near threatened, vulnerable, endangered, critically endangered, extinct, and extinct in the wild, and extinct whole completely. So these are the different categories under which all these animals are recorded. So the key findings of this is the overall update that red list now includes 1,72,620 species, of which 48,646 are threatened with extinction. Very significant issue. And the update reflects increasing human impact on biodiversity and climate change. So it is said the sixth mass extinction. So in the history of Earth, there have been 5 mass extinctions. So there have been 5 mass extinctions. The most recent was the Jurassic era. So we all know what was the Jurassic era. In this, the dinosaurs got extinct because of meteor shower and the subsequent climate change. And post that, there have been, like before that, there have been 4 types of mass extinctions of species, and this currently ongoing is the 6th mass extinction, and this is for the first time is the result of man-made effort or man-made effect. Prior to this, there were like climate change was there, but it was because of environmental changes, and meteors, volcanoes, etc. were the chief contributors of mass extinction. Now it is being done by man-made. Next, the update reflects increasing human impact on biodiversity and climate. Next, what are these Arctic seals? In the Arctic seals, there are many types which are categorized as hooded seal, which is status is changed from vulnerable to endangered, and bearded and harp seals, now listed as near threatened. Main threat for this is rapid Arctic warming, loss of sea ice, shipping, oil and gas extraction, and industrial fishing. So we all know Arctic region. If this is Earth, the Arctic region is at the northern pole, which includes Greenland and the Arctic region of northern pole. So difference between South Pole and North Pole is South Pole has a land and the ice is or snow is covered on the land, but whereas in North Pole, except Greenland, there is no land. That is the main difference between North and South Pole. So here the major animals found here is polar bear and all the sea mammals such as seals, etc. In South or Southern Pole, it is penguins. So these penguins are not found in North Pole, so do not confuse it. Okay, do not confuse it. So these particular regions are two of the major regions which are very climate sensitive, which are very global warming sensitive, because they are covered with snow. So any change in or any minute change in temperature will result in destruction of these environments. Along with the destruction of these environments, it will lead to destruction of animals as well. So that is what is happening with respect to seals at the moment. The Arctic is warming 4 times faster than the global average, drastically reducing sea ice cover. And the seals are keystone species, vital for nutrient cycling and as food for higher predators as well. Next, bird population. 61% of global bird species showed declining populations up to up from 44% in 2016. Of the 11,185 species assessed, 1,256 species are globally threatened. Major threat for birds is deforestation, logging, agriculture expansion. In the regional concern, in Madagascar, 14 species now near threatened and 3 have been upgraded to vulnerable. In West Africa, 5 new species in near threatened. In Central America, 1 species added to near threatened. But there is also a positive development among this as well. So silver lining, that is a green turtle, moved out of endangered category after the recovery of 28% since the 1970s and decades of conservation action, which is a good thing. Okay. Next, the next article is again from the editorial of the Hindu, which talks about the green transition in accelerating at express speed. What is this? The successful trial of India's first hydrogen-powered coach 2025 marks a major milestone in India's railway green transition. As one of world's largest railway networks, Indian Railways aims to achieve net zero carbon emissions by 2030, 4 decades ahead of India's national target. Next, we'll discuss the key initiatives and the achievements. So first is the electrification and renewable integration. 45,000 kilometers of broad gauge network electrified in the last decade and 98% now electrified. Installed capacity is around 553 megawatt solar and 103 megawatt wind, 100 megawatt hybrid in India, with a total 756 megawatts in renewable energies. With the 2000 plus stations powered by solar, some railway buildings certified as Shunya, that is net zero. Launch of Hydrogen for Heritage initiative to deploy 30 hydrogen powered units. Next, operational measures by the government is shift freight from road to rail to raise modal share to 45% 2030. Use of biofuel, construction of green buildings and dedicated freight corridors expected to avert 457 million tons of carbon dioxide over 30 years. A very significant growth. You can note all this data and you can use in government efforts. Focus on energy efficiency and technological innovation as well. Okay. Next, the green finance architecture. The article also discusses about the government initiatives in financing. So, government initiatives is since financial year 2023, 58,000 crore rupees sovereign green bonds have been issued. 42,000 crore has been allotted to transport projects like locomotives, metros, suburban railways, etc. Integrating climate objectives within capital budgeting, and the institutional role is Indian Railway Finance Corporation has issued $500 million green bond in 2017 for the electric locomotives, which was one of the earliest green bond issued by Indian company. Recently extended 7,500 crore rupees loan to NTPC Green Energy for renewable capacity. And then is multilateral support. World Bank in 2022 provided $245 million loan for the rail logistics project to improve freight infrastructure and reduce emissions. And the challenges and the next step is true decarbonization is electrification must be backed by renewable power sourcing, not coal heavy grids. Obviously, you are reducing renewable energy or you are reducing greenhouse gases by avoiding diesel engines. So you not avoid diesel engine, what you are doing is you are providing electric engines. But how is this electricity produced? If the electricity is produced through the coal, what is happening here? Instead of greenhouse gas being emitted here, it is being emitted here. So is it truly decarbonized? Is it truly neutral, or is it truly zero carbon? Not really. So only when this electricity is produced by greenhouse gas, non-renewable energy. Okay, renewable energies, green technologies. Only then this can be considered as truly green. Okay, so that has to be the long-term goal. And then green last mile connectivity, that is developing multimodal green hubs, integrating electric buses, cycles, and pedestrian infrastructure, using electric, LNG, hydrogen vehicles for flight connectivity, and rolling stock innovation. hydrogen fuel cell trains for non-electrified and heritage lines, lightweight aerodynamic coaches, and AI-based energy optimization to enhance efficiency and bring in behavioral change. That is, introduce green certification for trains, carbon labeling for freight, and public awareness drives to make passenger active participants in the climate action as well. So, what will be all these initiatives' impact and potential? Achieving net zero by 2030 could prevent 60 million tons of carbon dioxide annually, equal to removing 13 million cars off the roads. Next, fuel cost savings will be around 1 lakh crore rupees by 2030, proves that large state-run transport systems can achieve low carbon transformation without compromising fiscal prudence as well. Okay, a very good initiative from the Indian Railways. Next, moving to prelims pointer, the first article or the first point is about Kiru hydroelectric project. What is this? The 624 megawatt Kiru hydroelectric project recently reached a significant milestone with the completion of 10 lakh cubic meters of dam concreting out of total target of 12 lakh cubic meters. So 10 lakh has been completed with only 2 lakh remaining now. What is this Kiru hydroelectric project? It is a 624 megawatt run of the river project being built on the Chanab river near the villages of Patankali and Kiru in Kishatwar district, Jammu and Kashmir. It is located between Kirtai 2 hydraulic project to its upstream and Kawar hydroelectric project to its downstream. The project will include the construction of a concrete gravity dam with a height of 135 meter and an underground powerhouse located on the left bank of river that will comprise 4 vertical Francis turbines with the capacity of 156 megawatt each. A very significant dam or hydro project that is being considered on the Chanab river as well. It will provide much needed power for the grid in northern India. It is being developed by Chanab Valley Power Projects, a joint venture between National Hydroelectric Power Corporation and Jammu and Kashmir State Power Department Corporation. Okay, and the Power Trading Corporation with the 2% of stakes here. A very important hydroelectric project. Next, India UK Connectivity Innovation Center. What is this? So India and the United Kingdom recently announced the launch of India UK Connectivity and Innovation Center. So about India UK Innovation Center, it is a strategic partnership between India and the United Kingdom launched at India Mobile Congress 2025. Initiative is or aims to advance digital inclusion and shape the future of secure, innovative and resilient communications between two nations. It will be implemented under the UK-India Technology Security Initiative, jointly developed by UK Research and Innovation and India's Department of Telecommunications, that is DOT. So center will bring together the complementary strengths of both India and the UK in advanced connectivity, linking cutting-edge university research with the lab testing, field trials and pathways for market deployment. For the next 4 years, a critical phase for shaping the technological and commercial contours of 6G, the center will focus on 3 strategic areas. Transforming telecommunication with AI, that is using advanced artificial intelligence tools to optimize networks, enhance efficiency and enable new digital services. Second component is non-terrestrial networks, that is developing satellite and airborne systems to deliver high-speed, reliable connectivity to rural as well as remote regions. Next is telecom cybersecurity, that is strengthening the network resilience through open, interoperable and secure communication systems for both businesses as well as consumers. And the funding is, both nations have jointly committed to an initial $24 million or pounds approximately over the 4 years to drive the initiative. Fund will support applied research through collaborations between academic and industry partners. Establishment of joint test beds and participation in global standard development for emerging telecommunication technologies. So these are the articles which I wanted to discuss with you today. So if you like the video, then please hit the like button, comment on it and also share with your friends. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon so that you don't miss a notification. If you have any topics to be discussed, if you want any topics to be discussed through these videos, do write in the comment box. We'll bring a video on the topic as well. With this, I will end the video. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.